The Fiend and Uncle Howdy were destined to dominate WWE together. However, tragedy struck when the man behind the character Wyndham Rotunda passed away. So today I decided, why not team them up? And I made Bray Wyatt, The Fiend, and Uncle Howdy into a tag team to see if they could actually accomplish their dreams. The goal is simple, to capture every single tag team championship in the WWE and also make sure to hold at least one of them throughout the end of the year. Can they do it? Let's find out. Now that these two are a tag team, they start out pretty strong as The Fiend gets to fight one half of the WWE Tag Team Champions, Alex Shelley, where if they win, they get a title shot at Backlash. I love Alex Shelley, but he was no match for The Fiend as he won by a countout. Yeah, countout. Damn it. Well, a win's a win, even if it sucks. So The Fiend and Uncle Howdy get a title shot. Good for them. At Backlash, Bray and Howdy take on the Motor City Machine Guns for the tag belts. Now after last week's countout outcome, for sure it's going to be a clear finish, right? We're going to have a real winner. Right? Well, no. Alex Shelley locks on a submission on the outside of the ring, and once he realizes this, it's too late, and the match ends in a draw. Unbelievable. Unreal. Nick Aldis is backstage going like, oh my god, a draw on pay-per-view? Who thought this was a good idea? So yeah, a draw, and the Motor City Machine Guns retain. Good job, boys. You really did it. Fortunately, General Manager Nick Aldis decides we'll have a rematch Night of Champions. But to make sure there are no draws, it's Extreme Rules. Good luck, gentlemen, and please, no more countouts, for the love of God. So there's a rematch at Night of Champions. Extreme Rules tag match between the Wyatt brothers and Motor City Machine Guns. They went to war, but Uncle Howdy would hit the Sister Abigail to Chris Sabin, and while The Fiend beat up Shelley on the outside, Uncle Howdy would get the 3, and the Rotunda Wyatt brothers captured their first piece of gold. Already, it's literally been a month, and they're already champions. Great. After the show, the Wyatts got the bad news that they have been traded over to Raw immediately. So, they were also stripped of their tag team champions, and now they have to start over again. Who did they get traded for? I don't know, Omos. And yeah, Omos. The first night of Raw, Bray and Bo got put into a tag match with Imperium, who were still friends somehow after their breakup.
Oh, these two. Oh no! Dude! Oh no!
Nonetheless, they beat Imperium, and you'd think they get a title shot at Money in the Bank, right? Well, no. The Fiend got put in a Money in the Bank ladder match, and Howdy went back home for a week. It was a crazy as hell ladder match, which is to be expected because it's 8 men and ladders everywhere. Hell, you know, Braun Strowman even did some magic tricks, like a crazy person, and broke the briefcase. Like, it's just, what happened to it? But Gunther would be the one to win the briefcase. Will he cash it in? Who knows, but this isn't his story. On the next night on Raw, the Wyatts do get their tag title shot against the Viking Raiders. Despite Valhalla nearly getting run over by Eric and another count-out almost happening, The Fiend wrecks the Viking Raiders, taking out Eric and locking on the Mandible Claw to Ivar, and the Wyatts win the World Tag Team titles. That's so quick, holy crap. 2 down, 1 to go. The next show is SummerSlam, and the Wyatts defend their newly won championships against Chad Gable and... Oh, wait, hold on. Unfortunately, it couldn't get them a win as Uncle Howdy pins Gable after a Mandible Claw, and the Wyatts retain again. Man, these guys are destroying. The next match for these guys set Payback. Contrary to the name, the Wyatts will not be getting any payback on anyone, and they'll be defending their World Tag Titles against Veer and Sangha. Didn't even know these guys were employed here, but whatever, I'll take it. And despite my nonchalantness to this team, they proved to be actual ass kickers as they beat the crap out of the Wyatts. In the end, though, Sangha went for a chokeslam, but it's countered into a Mandible Claw by The Fiend. Howdy takes care of Veer Mahan on the outside, and the Wyatt brothers retain once again. Remember that RNG I told you about earlier? Well, the Wyatts finally come to NXT and challenge for the NXT Tag Team titles, currently held by The Dawn and Channing Stacks, which might be one of the worst names for a wrestler I've ever heard. After a close call from a curb knee stomp, you know, like a curb stomp with the knee though, from Stacks, a Russian leg sweep pinned Stacks for the 3, and Tony didn't break it up. I guess he just got tired. Probably because who loses to a Russian leg sweep, you know? Regardless, the Wyatts have now captured all the tag team titles already. Yeah, crazy. But this video is not over. Will they be able to finish out strong, or will they fizzle out? On Raw, the Wyatts end up beating the random team of MVP and JD McDonough. After the match, the New Day come out and want some of the Wyatts, and at Survivor Series, they'll fight for the tag titles. Oh, wait, no. Instead, they're teaming with the New Day to take on Veer, Sangha, Jinder Mahal, and Bronson Reed. Basically the can they coexist wrestling trope. But they actually do coexist, as Kofi hits the Trouble in Paradise onto Jinder Mahal, and the teams pick up a win. The next Raw, the New Day challenged the Wyatts for the tag titles in a Tornado Tag Extreme Rules match, because we're not having any countouts. And the New Day went to the extreme, using weapons onto the Wyatts like crazy. Kofi misses the Trouble in Paradise and gets his neck snapped by the Fiend. Xavier gets flipped around, and his sister Abigail from Uncle Howdy pins Xavier Woods for the 3. The Wyatts retained once again, and Bray also won the chair as well, the one he crushed the New Day skulls with. Now that the year has come to an end, it's time for a new year, and the Wyatts are heading back to NXT to defend their tag team championships against Gallus. Yeah, Gallus. Unfortunately, this match ends in disappointment. Uncle Howdy counters an Irish whip, runs back into the ring, and wins via countout. The Wyatts retain via dumb finishes, and Shawn Michaels is backstage looking at this like, really? And he's like, don't worry, we'll get back at them. Don't worry about it. And after the Wyatts have destroyed every tag team on the Raw roster, Adam Pearce has gotten a bit desperate and calls on a special team to deal with the Wyatts. Don't worry, it'll be a surprise. Just try to win so we can please get the belts off these guys, alright? They're really annoying. And it ends up being one hell of a surprise. The Wyatt brothers, Bray Wyatt and Uncle Howdy, defend against the Brothers of Destruction, who have come out of retirement after Taker's podcast collapsed and Kane lost his mayorship of Knoxville after endorsing Donald Trump for president. Okay, this actually didn't happen, but they needed some excuse to come back and put the tights back on, you know? The comeback, well, it fails. Despite the Brothers of Destruction taking the fight to these two brothers, Howdy locks on a mandible claw to Kane and gets pinned. Adam Pearce's plan fails as the Wyatts now go into WrestleMania, dominating the tag team divisions. But that's not the only win they pick up that night, as it's the Royal Rumble. And you think out of the 30 men that could possibly win this match, clearly it'd be somebody else, right? Well, no. The Fiend wins the Royal Rumble. The Fiend. Now getting a world title shot at WrestleMania. So this has kind of thrown a monkey into this wrench. Like, what? Are they going to be champions still? They're going to have to, do the world title match now. Finally, my dreams of Bray Wyatt main eventing WrestleMania are coming true. I'm so happy. While the Wyatt brothers are on cloud 9 right now, just dominating everything and winning everything, they're about to get pulled back down to earth. Shawn Michaels, remember him when he said, I'll get him? He tells the Wyatts, hey, remember that countout win? Well, you're going to have to defend your NXT championships in a 4-way match. Have fun, losers. So at Vengeance Day, the Wyatts have to defend against Chase U, who recently just split up, God rest their soul, Los Lotharios, Berto and Angel, and Gallus again. Well, this match was a complete mess. It was just pure chaos and pandemonium everywhere. But in a shocking outcome, Gallus, the men who got screwed due to a countout, win the tag team championships after Berto got pinned, and Gallus become the new tag team champions, upsetting the dominant Wyatt family. And, basically their response is, this isn't over. We'll be back. Like some Terminator flick movie. With The Fiend going to challenge the WWE Champion at WrestleMania, Uncle Howdy gets a big opportunity. At Elimination Chamber, he will be entering the Elimination Chamber for the World Heavyweight Championship after winning a qualifying match on Raw. His opponents, Sami Zayn, Ricochet, who's back. He's supposed to be in AEW, but no one cares about AEW. They've fallen off a cliff. Gunther, who I guess cashed in and then lost his title, McIntyre, and Kane. Yeah, Kane's back. So after an Elimination Chamber, the final two end up being Uncle Howdy and Kane, and a tombstone piledriver gets Kane the win. Yes, Kane won the World Championship against Uncle Howdy in 2024. Well, I guess Adam Pearce finally got what he wanted. He wanted to knock these guys off, and he did it. On the road to WrestleMania, the Wyatt brothers returned to SmackDown to come and reclaim the WWE Tag Titles after being stripped of them. Who are the champions? Well, it's none other than the Motor City Machine Guns. I guess Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce really hate the Wyatts for some reason. They just don't like him. They try to keep him off the show, but they keep coming back for more. Anyways, it's a ladder match, a specialty for a team like the Motor City Machine Guns with their experience in these kinds of crazy off-the-wall matches. Alex Shelley tried to get the belt at some point in the match, which was missing its entire front plate for some reason. Okay. And The Fiend ends up obliterating the Guns, first by taking out Chris Sabin with the Sister Abigail, and then sends Alex Shelley through a ladder. Uncle Howdy climbs the ladder and wins the championships, and now the Wyatts are once again tag team champions, and there's not shit that Nick Aldis can do about it. But for the hell of it, let's just say that Nick Aldis didn't have a good night. His night kind of went from bad to worse.
You should run.
Now we head to the final NXT show, Stand and Deliver, where the Wyatts are fighting Gallus, but for some reason, Shawn Michaels decided to add these two dweebs into the match and make it a triple threat tag match. Again, like, these general managers are super biased towards the Wyatts. I don't know why. The Fiend lobs a sledgehammer at Joe Coffey and tries to finish off Brooks Jensen, but Howdy wants a piece of him too, and despite the confusion with these brothers, Bray locks on the Mandible Claw and Brooks Jensen gives up immediately. And with that, the Wyatt family have reclaimed the NXT Tag Team Championships, even though Gallus never lost them. But who cares about them, right? NXT's over. We gotta go to the main roster again. On the final week of Raw, Adam Pearce, who's, saw his friend Nick Aldis get injured, decides to give Uncle Howdy a shot at Kane for the world title. But he and his brother have to defend the World Tag Titles tonight on Raw. Howdy accepts the challenge, and the two end up defending their championships against the team of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Unfortunately for the Wyatts, KO and Sami win the tag titles after I guess Uncle Howdy ate a stunner and a haluva kick. So KO and Sami knock them off their high, and putting some doubt into the brothers' singles ambitions at the show of shows. But it's time for WrestleMania. The first match, Uncle Howdy fighting Kane for the world title. For the first time, Uncle Howdy will be going to this match alone as he takes on Kane, who's got his brother in his corner along with Paul Bearer. Isn't he dead? Well, I guess not. Kane's bringing the whole army in this match to make sure that Uncle Howdy does not win. While they really don't accomplish much, like Undertaker and Kane basically do nothing, Kane and Howdy go to war with one another, trading blows back and forth, and just having a great match, even though Kane's 55 years old and he's a politician. Kane lands a choke slam, but Howdy kicks out of it, so Kane goes for a second choke slam, but that gets countered into an arm drag, and that's it. No, really, Uncle Howdy pinned him off that. Wow, what a sucky way to end a world title match at WrestleMania. At least Uncle Howdy's a world champion, I guess. Congrats, Might as well end it, might as well have a crappy ending at this rate. Main event time, The Fiend Bray Wyatt challenges AJ Styles. So AJ Styles actually beat Randy Orton to become WWE Champion at Elimination Chamber, and it would have made more sense to have Orton fight, but at the same time, maybe not, since their matches kinda sucked. So here we go, WWE Championship match. The Fiend tries for Sister Abigail, but it gets countered into a Styles clash that only gets a 2 count. Fiend then comes back with a Sister Abigail and a Mandible Claw that gets a rope break. Finally, Bray does an axe handle off the top for the win. Yep, a diving axe handle ends WrestleMania. Fine, whatever. 2 crappy endings to matches at WrestleMania. What a poetic way to end it. Just take your title, Bray. Congratulations, you did it. I'm so proud of you. So yeah, the Wyatts basically dominated WWE for an entire year. This is something I would have booked because I like the Wyatt family a lot, but knowing WWE, they probably would have had him job to Cody Rhodes properly. Alright, that's it. Thanks, bye.